I was born in Gladstone, Queensland, central Queensland. Moved down to Hervey Bay, southeast Queensland, and did primary school down there with my family. My dad was in the boating industry. We were brought up on the water and had a great lifestyle. Really active in football as well. Started playing football at a very young age, from the age 5, and was pursuing that as a career. But unfortunately, that fell short because of injuries. I was finding my identity and purpose, and out of football, and sort of as that was stripped from me, life sort of took a turn for the worst. What really led me on the path of using drugs and everything was the incident between my mum and dad splitting up, and the result of that. My father blamed me for that, and unfortunately I was wearing that with me for a long time, and that caused a lot of depression and anxiety, and I was using drugs at that point recreationally. When that happened, it was more of an escape to get away from the feelings and everything that I was going through. I was dealing a lot of ecstasy and methamphetamines and marijuana as well. I was in a fairly large quantity for a substantial amount of time. With the drugs on hand there, my use sort of spiraled out of control very quickly. I started using needles within a very short amount of time, and soon enough my habit got larger than my wallet. So after a pretty tumultuous sort of relationship with my father, I was really heavy into my addiction. It got to a point where I had nowhere else to turn, and I had to move back in with my father. He's willing to take me back on board, and it was my first attempt ever at getting clean from the drugs. Dad supported me through that whole thing. He was there nursing me through the withdrawals and everything like that. He doted over me the whole time, and throughout that period, it gave us a chance to reconcile. We put everything on the table. We were able to forgive each other and get on with our relationship as father and son again. Unfortunately, my clean time didn't last too long, and things spiraled out of control again. Both for my father and I, our relationship again reached a point where the only way we were able to connect was while we were high, and we'd been using together. One night, things got out of hand, and Dad overdosed, and I witnessed. I was there when I watched him slowly die. So after losing my father from that overdose, I'd lost all hope and all care for myself, and I was at a point where I was that depressed and I was suicidal that I was trying to end my life. And fortunately enough for me, my mother and my brother hadn't given up on me. They pulled me aside and told me I had to get into rehabilitation. My journey through transformations has been absolutely life-changing. This place has literally saved my life. I've found God through this program. I've been able to restore relationships with my brother and mother and friends and family. I'm no longer depressed and suicidal. I've got hope in my life again. Beforehand, I hadn't done a lot of work, and I had very little work ethic sort of behind me. I didn't have any stability. And throughout the program, we're sort of, it's very structured, and there's a regiment behind it. So, we're learning the basics of life all over again, sort of thing, building up from the ground. Although it's very challenging, it's very rewarding. It's just doing life with other like-minded people, that have gone through life struggles. My outlook after transformations is, is further giving into transformations, but also studying nursing, so I'm able to get into the detox side of things to help guys that are still struggling in addiction actually get off drugs and then find placement into a program, because for myself that was the hardest part of my whole journey for me, was actually getting off the drugs and getting into a program, just knowing that there was that help and support out there available and that people do care and will help you with that. Struggling addicts out there contemplating transformation, I say just go for it. Just don't even think about it. Just jump straight into the program. It'll be the best decision that you can ever make in your life. Yep.